CIET NCERT presents audiobook Poorvi, Textbook of English for Grade 7.
Page number 179. Unit 5, Bravehearts, a homage to our brave soldiers. On the right-hand side of this page, there is a QR code. Scanning this QR code will take you to the additional resources of this chapter. Let us do these activities before we read. Activity 1. Homage means something that is said or done to show respect publicly for someone. Whom should every Indian pay homage to? Share your answers with your classmates and the teacher. Activity 2. Work in pairs to complete the table by writing any 3 ways in which we can celebrate the victories and honor the sacrifices of the soldiers. An example has been done for you. Share your answers with your classmates and the teacher. Now here in the table there are 2 columns. The headings are celebrating their victories and honoring their sacrifices. The example is, to honor the sacrifices of the brave soldiers, we can visit a war memorial. Now provide the rest of the information. On the right-hand side of this page, a group of children stand in a line with their right hands raised to their foreheads, saluting the national flag of India. In this picture, they are dressed in school uniforms and are positioned near a flagpole and a building that appears to be a school. Page number 180. Let us read. 2 friends share their feelings about brave soldiers. One of them shares her experience of visiting the National War Memorial that has left a deep impact on her. They exchange letters and share their feelings of gratitude for the freedom they enjoy because of the sacrifices made by the brave hearts of the country. The memorial symbolizes the patriotism of Indian soldiers. Which is this memorial? Letter 1. House number Jayanagar, Bengaluru, followed by the date 14th April, followed by the salutation, Dear Ananda. Hope you all are doing well. Do you remember our last conversation about war and the importance of peace? We talked about how India had to struggle for its independence from the British for many centuries. Post-independence, our country has had to fight several wars to protect its borders, territorial integrity, and its people. This made me wonder, who were these brave Indian people? They fought to protect our country and sacrificed their lives so that we could lead our lives in peace. What were their names? Where did they come from? Does anyone remember anything about them? Last week, I got the answers to some of my questions during an educational trip to New Delhi, organized by our school. You may recall, I was looking forward to this trip and our visit to many places of historical and educational significance. I learned several new and interesting things, and I'm excited to share them with you. Let me begin by asking you to guess the name of the monument that I found most inspiring. Let's see if you can guess. The construction of this monument started in April 2018 and was completed in February 2019. It was envisioned and then inaugurated by India's Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi in February 2019. In terms of location and size, it is spread over 40 acres of land near the iconic India Gate. But more importantly, it is a tribute to some of the bravest Indians. I'm sure you've guessed it. It's the National War Memorial. Won't you say a long-desired aspiration was fulfilled? Let us now understand the meanings of 2 difficult words used on this page. The first word is territorial integrity. It means safeguarding nations' borders. The next word is envisioned. It means visualized. Page number 181. Our visit to the National War Memorial began with our teacher explaining that even after independence, India has had to fight many wars to protect herself, and the freedom and security we enjoy today is because of the many brave men and women who have served in the Indian armed forces over decades. Sadly, she said, war always takes its toll, and therefore many brave soldiers have had to sacrifice their lives for the country even after our independence in 1947. This is what makes monuments like the National War Memorial extremely important, so that we should never forget the cost of freedom. We are aware, always, of the pain and horrors of war. We learnt that each brick of the memorial is called a tablet, and it bears the names of soldiers who fought for India and made the supreme sacrifice in different wars from 1947 till date, including the Indo-China conflict of 1962, the Indo-Pak wars in 1965 and 1971, and the Kargil War in 1999. There are 29,000 tablets on which more than 26,000 names of fallen soldiers have been etched. It was heartening to know that our government has recognized the sacrifice of brave soldiers. Our teacher told us about the 21 Bravehearts who were awarded the Param Veer Chakra (PVC), India's highest wartime gallantry medal, for their service to the nation. She also told us about Mahavir Chakra (MVC), Kirti Chakra (KC), Veer Chakra (VRC), and Shaurya Chakra (SC). Major Somnath Sharma was posthumously awarded India's first PVC in the Battle of Badgam in 1947. Later, some more PVCs were awarded for exceptional gallantry during the India-China conflict of 1962 and the India-Pakistan War of 1965. Besides, a PVC was also awarded for service during the UN peacekeeping operations in Congo. In the 1971 war, some of the heroes who were awarded the PVC posthumously include Lance Nayak Albert Eka, Flying Officer Nirmal Jeet Singh Shekhon, Second Lieutenant Arun Khetarpal, and Major Hoshiar Singh. Some Navy personnel, including Captain Mahendra Nath Mulla, were also awarded MVC for their exemplary courage and leadership. Some of the difficult words used on this page are iconic, meaning celebrated. Tribute means showing respect or gratitude. Etched, it means engraved. Gallantry, it means exceptional courage, especially in battle. And the last word on this page is posthumously. It means after death. Page number 182. Then the teacher shared with us the citation of Param Veer Chakra awardee Lance Nayak Albert Eka. It touched my heart and also motivated me. We were awestruck and humbled by his bravery. I aspire to be courageous like him when I join the army. In the middle of this page, there is a picture that honors Lance Nayak Albert Eka, a decorated soldier awarded the Param Veer Chakra. It features a tribute with his name, a medal symbolizing valor, and a strong patriotic message encouraging courage and dedication to the nation. Now, I will be reading out the citation of Lance Nayak Albert Eka. Lance Nayak Albert Eka, number 4239746, 14 Guards. Lance Nayak Albert Eka was in the left forward company of a battalion of the Brigade of Guards during their attack on the enemy defense at Ganga Sagar on the Eastern Front. This was a well-fortified position held in strength by the enemy. The assaulting troops were subjected to intense shelling and heavy small arms fire, but they charged onto the objective and were locked in bitter hand-to-hand combat. Lance Nayak Albert Eka noticed an enemy light machine gun inflicting heavy casualties on his company. With complete disregard to his personal safety, he charged the enemy bunker, bayoneted 2 enemy soldiers, and silenced the light machine gun. Though seriously wounded in this encounter, he continued to fight alongside his comrades through the mile-deep objective, clearing bunker after bunker with undaunted courage. Towards the northern end of the objective, one enemy medium machine gun opened up from the second story of a well-fortified building, inflicting heavy casualties and holding up the attack. Once again, this gallant soldier, without worrying about his personal safety, despite his serious injury and the heavy volume of enemy fire, crawled forward till he reached the building and lobbed a grenade through the loophole of the bunker, killing one enemy and injuring the other. The medium machine gun, however, continued to fire. With outstanding courage and grim determination, Lance Nayak Albert Eka scaled a side wall and entering the bunker, bayoneted the enemy and who was still firing and thus silenced the machine gun, saving further casualties to his company and ensured the success of the attack. In this process, however, he received serious injuries and succumbed to them after the capture of the objective. In this action, Lance Nayak Albert Eka displayed the most conspicuous valor, determination, and made the supreme sacrifice in the best traditions of the army. The source of this information is Gazette of India Notification number 7, Press/72. Let us now understand the meanings of 2 difficult words used on this page. The first word is citation, meritorious performance of duty. The next word is awestruck. It means amazed. Page number 183. As we continued our visit around the National War Memorial, we came across another important installation called Amar Jawan Jyoti that commemorates our soldiers. The name, as you may have guessed, represents our immortal flame that is kept ablaze all through the day and night to revere the sacrifices of our soldiers. Earlier, the Amar Jawan Jyoti, which also displayed a rifle and a helmet, was alighted under the Arc of India Gate in January 1972 to commemorate India's victory in the India-Pakistan War of 1971. The National War Memorial now includes Amar Jawan Jyoti in the obelisk, which is surrounded by 4 chakras. During the inauguration, the Prime Minister lit a new flame to commemorate the fallen heroes. Later, the old flame at India Gate was also merged with the new flame at the National War Memorial. Here is a picture of the new Amar Jawan Jyoti if you haven't seen it. You can see the obelisk surrounded by wreaths that have been placed as a mark of respect. The lighting design is planned in such a way that it transforms the monument's landscape as sunlight changes from dawn to dusk. It truly is a majestic sight that filled me with pride for our nation. I was also overwhelmed by the interminable flame as a metaphor for eternal stories of courage and valor. On the left-hand side of this page, there is a picture of the Amar Jawan Jyoti at the National War Memorial. In the backdrop, there is a picture of the India Gate. For more information on the National War Memorial, you can visit the site www.nationalwarmemorial.gov.in. Now let us understand the meanings of some difficult words used on page number 183. The first word is commemorates. It means remember officially and show respect. The next word is obelisk. It means tapering stone pillar. The next word is wreaths. It means a circular arrangement of flowers used as a respect and remembrance for a person who has died. And the last word on this page is interminable. It means everlasting. Page number 184. Our teacher also explained the significance of the chakras to us. I found it interesting and hence I am sharing with you. The National War Memorial consists of 4 concentric circles which are known as Amar Chakra, Veerta Chakra, Tyag Chakra and Raksha Chakra around a 15-meter tall central obelisk with the eternal flame, the Amar Jawan Jyoti. It also houses bronze and stone murals and graphic panels. Isn't it amazing? The innermost circle represents the Amar Chakra, also known as the Circle of Immortality. This has the obelisk with eternal flame. The Amar Jawan Jyoti flame symbolizes the immortality of the spirit of fallen soldiers with the assurance that the nation will never forget their sacrifice. The second circle is called the Veerta Chakra, which is also known as the Circle of Bravery. There is a covered gallery that exhibits 6 murals crafted in bronze depicting valiant battle actions of our armed forces. The third circle represents the Tyag Chakra, also known as the Circle of Sacrifice. The circular concentric walls of honor symbolize the ancient war formation which is called Chakravyu. The walls are covered with granite tablets and individual tablet is solely dedicated to each fallen hero of post-independent India. Their names are etched in golden letters. At the bottom of this page, there is a picture of a descriptive panel. It explains the design and symbolic meaning of the National War Memorial. The description of this descriptive panel says, the National War Memorial symbolizes the nation's gratitude for the personnel of the armed forces who made the supreme sacrifice in the defense of the country since independence. The National War Memorial was dedicated to the armed forces on behalf of the nation by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The design of the memorial symbolizes the immortality of the spirit of the soldier and celebrate his indomitable courage. The concept of the National War Memorial is based on 4 concentric circles, which characterize the journey of a soldier from birth to martyrdom. The 4 chakras are symbolized here and the description is provided. At the bottom, there is a quotation that says, either slain thou shalt go to heaven or victorious thou shalt enjoy the earth. For more information about the National War Memorial and the descriptive panel, you may visit www.mygov.in. There is a difficult word on page number 184, which is murals. It means large paintings on a wall. Page number 185. The outermost circle represents the Raksha Chakra, which is also known as the Circle of Protection. In this chakra, the row of trees is a reassurance to the citizens of the country about their safety against any threat. Each tree represents the soldiers who ensure the territorial integrity of the nation. We spent the whole day from morning to evening at the National War Memorial and the surrounding areas marked by majestic lawns and grand buildings of Kartavya Path. We were immersed in the ambience that was solemn and a reminder of what a free nation could achieve. The overall environment created an emotive experience that was visually inspiring. I felt as if I had developed a bond with the place. I learnt a lot, but I also have to admit that the various discourses during the day brought tears to my eyes. It was sad to think about the massive devastation and loss of life caused by wars. It motivated me to live a life worthy of the sacrifices of our heroes. After our visit, the class decided to make presentations on stories of valor of the Bravehearts we came across at the National War Memorial. We divided ourselves into 5 groups. We decided to make presentations depicting the courageous stories of the soldiers. Our teacher has also advised us to share our experience during the school assembly. I am delighted that all the students of our school will get to know about the National War Memorial and the soldiers it commemorates. I am going to give a presentation on the story of Major Padmapani Acharya, who fought for India in the 1999 Kargil War and was awarded the Mahavir Chakra. At the bottom of this page on the right-hand side, the image pays tribute to Major Padmapani Acharya, a brave soldier honored for his role in the Kargil War of 1999. His name is remembered alongside the names of other heroes with symbols of national pride and sacrifice included in the layout. The picture evokes deep respect and remembrance for his courage and service. The difficult word used on this page is discourses, which means serious discussions on different topics. Page number 186. The citation for the Mahavir Chakra reads as follows. Gazette notification 17 Press /2000, 15.8.99. Operation OP Vijay, Kargil date of award 15th August 1999. Citation Major Padmapani Acharya, IC 55072. 2 Rajputana Rifles, Post Thomas. On 28th June 1999, Major Padmapani Acharya, as a company commander, was assigned the formidable task of capturing an enemy position which was heavily fortified, strongly held, and covered with mines and sweeping machine gun and artillery fire. Success of the battalion and brigade operation hinged on the early capture of this position. However, the company attack almost faltered at the very beginning when the enemy's artillery fire came down squarely on the leading platoon, inflicting large number of casualties. With utter disregard to his personal safety, Major Padmapani Acharya took the reserve platoon of his company and led it through raining artillery shells. Even as his men were falling to the murderous enemy fire, he continued to encourage his men and charged at the enemy up the steep rock face with his reserve platoon. Unmindful of the hail of bullets from the enemy's position, Major Padmapani Acharya crawled up to the enemy position and lobbed grenades. In this daring assault, Major Acharya was severely injured. Despite being seriously injured and unable to move, he ordered his men to leave him and charge at the enemy while he continued to fire at the enemy. The enemy position was finally overrun and the objective was captured. After completion of the mission, the officer, however, succumbed to his injuries. Major Padmapani Acharya displayed exceptional courage, leadership, and spirit of self-sacrifice in the face of the enemy. The source of this information can be looked up at www.gallantryawards.gov.in/awards. Before he went into battle, he wrote a letter to his father that he wasn't afraid or scared about losing his life while trying to protect the motherland. Quoting Srimad Bhagavad Gita, he went on to say,
हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः. हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः.
If you fight, you will either be slain on the battlefield and go to the celestial abode, or you will gain victory and enjoy the kingdom on the earth. Therefore, rise, O son of Kunti, be determined to fight. Here is the website link for National War Memorial, which is www.mygov.in. Share it with your friends to learn more about it. We reached Bengaluru yesterday. I have written a long letter as I could not help sharing this inspiring experience with you. Give my regards to your mom and dad. I miss your mom's chole bhature. You know, I'm a foodie. Say hello to Amit. Your friend, Soumya. Let us discuss. Activity 1. Complete the table given. An example has been done for you. Check your answers with the teacher. Now here is a table with 3 columns. The headings are name of the war hero, contribution and achievement, award given. Now I'll read out the example. The name of the war hero is Major Somnath Sharma. His contribution is Battle of Budgam in 1947. The award given to him was First Paramveer Chakra, awarded posthumously. Now, I'll provide you with the names of the war heroes. You have to give the information regarding their contribution and achievement and the award given. The heroes are Captain Mahendra Nath Mulla, Lance Nayak Albert Eka, Major Padmapani Acharya. Activity 2. Find the paragraphs and sentences in the text that evoke the feelings given. 1. Feeling of wonder. 2. Heartening. 3. Sense of motivation. Page number 188. 4. Pride. 5. Visually inspiring. 6. Sadness. 7. Gratitude. 8. Inspiration. Activity 3. Which is India's highest gallantry award? Activity 4. How would Ananda feel after reading this letter? The fifth and the last activity is, do you think Soumya enjoyed writing this letter? Why or why not? Now here is another letter that is written by Ananda to Soumya as a response to her letter. The letter starts with the receiver's address, house number, sector, followed by the name of the city, Chandigarh. Then, after leaving a line, mention the date, 24th April, followed by the salutation, Dear Soumya. It was such a pleasure to receive your letter. I enjoyed reading your experience of the visit to the National War Memorial in Delhi, as well as your observations and feelings during the visit. You really have an eye for detail, and being the sensitive person that you are, you have been able to capture the essence of the emotions associated with this memorial. I was happy to hear that you got an opportunity to visit the National War Memorial. I have heard a lot about it. Some people might see a war memorial as just a monument, statue, an edifice to celebrate our war heroes or victory and commemorate those who lost their lives or got injured in the war. In my view, it is also an expression of deep gratitude for the supreme sacrifice made by our brave soldiers defending the sovereignty and integrity of the country. I feel motivated and I'm seriously thinking of joining the armed forces to serve my motherland. I also feel it is our duty to periodically visit such places to honor our valiant soldiers who have made great sacrifices for us. Their sacrifices enable us to walk freely in our country without fear of enemy threats. It is nice of your teacher and school to arrange this visit to give you all a chance to learn about India's heroes and also pay your respect to them. The idea of your class to make a presentation at the school and make everyone a part of your experience is wonderful. Best of luck for your presentation. I hope it goes well and motivates the school students to join the Indian Armed Forces. The difficult words that appear on this page are edifice. It means a large building which is impressive. The second and the last word is valiant. It means very brave. Page number 189. Your letter has reminded me of a time when we visited the War Memorial in our city. While visiting one of Chandigarh's gardens, we saw a lot of activity around the Bougainvillea garden in Sector 3. As we approached the garden, we saw people offering flowers and prayers. We joined the group out of curiosity and quickly realized that they were all there to pay respect to the soldiers at the War Memorial located in the heart of the garden. When I think back about my visit, where everyone was dedicating flowers as a mark of respect to our soldiers, I was reminded of this poem by Makhan Lal Chaturvedi. The title of the poem is Pushp Ki Abhilasha. चाह नहीं मैं सुरबाला के गहनों में गूंथा जाऊं, चाह नहीं प्रेमी माला में बंद प्यारी को ललचाऊं, चाह नहीं सम्राटों के शव पर हे हरि डाला जाऊं, चाह नहीं देवों के सिर पर चढ़ूं भाग्य पर इठलाऊं, मुझे तोड़ लेना वनमाली उस पथ पर देना तुम फेंक, मातृभूमि पर शीश चढ़ाने जिस पथ पर जावे वीर अनेक, जिस पथ पर जावे वीर अनेक. Page number 190. I hope you like the poem. I must say, I was inspired by your idea of presenting the valorous stories of India's soldiers. There are so many stories of courage, bravery, and sacrifice, which remind us that many of the challenges we face in our lives are inconsequential. We can enjoy peace in our country and the luxury of exchanging ideas with our friends because our armed forces are alert and work hard to create that environment for us. Very recently, I read in the newspaper that Captain Anuj Nair, MVC, an Indian Army officer of the 17th Jat Regiment, was posthumously awarded the Mahavir Chakra, India's second highest gallantry award, for exemplary valor during the Kargil War in 1999. I look forward to learning more about him. Meanwhile, I learned that his mother, Meena Nair, has written a memoir titled Tiger of Dras, Captain Anuj Nair, 23, Kargil Hero, which I shall certainly go through. I am sharing with you an excerpt of her interview with IANS. Writing about the smallest things about your child who is not with you really used to shake me, but gradually I came to terms with it by telling myself that if I didn't write about him, no one would know about Anuj's sacrifice. This interview was published on 13th April 2022 at 1:59 p.m. I have shared your experience with many of my friends. We all wish to visit the National War Memorial, Delhi. We have found out a mobile app, National War Memorial and Museum. This app is very interactive and provides answers to our queries in 21 languages. The murals on the walls are enchanting. A great learning experience indeed. On this page, there is a picture of Captain Anuj Nair and his medal Mahavir Chakra. The difficult word appeared on this page is memoir. It means an account of one's personal life and experiences. At the bottom of this page on the left-hand side, there is a quotation that says, "Our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of each soldier who died protecting it." Page number 191. At the top of this page, there are 4 different pictures of the murals at the National War Memorial, Delhi. These murals depict soldiers in action. For more information on the murals, you can visit the website www.mygov.in. Next week, I'm going to share this idea with my classmates and my teacher. I think it would be great to create a collage capturing the lives and stories of people that can inspire us each day. I know that we can email each other. I really like to receive letters from you, not just because of the ideas that you share, but also because the envelope of your letters. often comes with beautiful stamps which make me happy. I don't know if I ever shared it before, but collecting stamps is one of my favorite hobbies. I have been doing it for years, but I learned recently that the act of collecting stamps is called philately. This time I received a stamp that celebrates India's independence, a theme related to your letter. Okay, that's all from me now. But before I conclude, guess what we had for breakfast? Fluffy idlis, and we all remembered you. Give my regards to your parents. I'm inspired by your letter. Hope to hear from you soon about your new adventures and experiences. Best wishes, Ananda. At the bottom of this page on the right hand side, there is an image of the Indian postage which says Jai Hind, and it is dated as 15th August 1947 with the national flag flashing in the middle. For more information, you can visit www.postagestamps.gov.in. Page number 192. Let us discuss. Question 1. Why was Ananda reminded of the poem Pushp Ki Abhilasha? Question 2. How does Soumya's letter help Ananda in pursuing her hobby? Question 3. Ananda is inspired to act after reading the letter from Soumya. What actions does she intend to take up? Fill in the table citing the sentences from the text. There are 2 columns in the table here. I will be reading out a few terms from the table here. You have to provide the actions that Ananda intends to take up. First is visit. Second, mobile app. Third, sharing ideas. 4. Creating a collage. 5. Joining the army. 6. Website. Let us think and reflect. Activity 1. Read the extracts given and answer the questions that follow. Extract 1. You can see the obelisk surrounded by wreaths that have been placed as a mark of respect. The lighting design is planned in such a way that it transforms the monument's landscape as sunlight changes from dawn to dusk. It truly is a majestic sight that filled me with pride for our nation. I was also overwhelmed by the interminable flame as a metaphor for eternal stories of courage and valor. Question 1. Complete the analogy with the word from the extract. Flame is to valor. What wreath is to? Fill in the blank. Question 2. How does the lighting design make the monument visually appealing? Question 3. State whether the following sentence is a fact or an opinion. It truly is a majestic sight. Question 4. What does the everlasting flame suggest? Question 5. Choose the correct option to complete the sentence. The tone of the writer in this extract is A. Modest, B. Light-hearted, C. Admiring, D. Nostalgic. On the left-hand side of this page, there is a picture of a wreath. Page number 193. Extract 2. I was happy to hear that you got an opportunity to visit the National War Memorial. I have heard a lot about it. Some people might see a war memorial as just a monument, statue, an edifice to celebrate a war or victory and commemorate those who sacrificed their lives or got injured in the war. In my opinion, it is also an expression of deep gratitude for the supreme sacrifice made by our brave soldiers, defending the sovereignty and integrity of the country. Question 1. Choose a line from the extract which shows that Ananda was aware about the National War Memorial. Question 2. What might be the most likely reason for people to consider a war memorial as a monument? Question 3. Fill in the blank with a suitable word from the extract. We conduct special competitions at school to dash our Independence Day. Question 4. Select a phrase from the extract showing that Ananda is expressing an opinion. Question 5. Complete the sentence with a suitable reason. Ananda refers to the sacrifice of soldiers as supreme sacrifice because fill in the blank. Activity 2. Answer the given questions. Question 1. What is the significance of the National War Memorial? Question 2. Lance Nayak Elbert Eka is an example of selflessness, determination, and exceptional courage. Elaborate. Question 3. Explain how the National War Memorial and Museum app will be helpful in spreading awareness about war heroes. Question 4. Why is it our duty to pay homage to our brave soldiers? Question 5. What is the main idea of this text? How does it justify the title, A Homage to Our Brave Soldiers? Question 6. Why were the students awestruck and humbled? Explain in your own words. At the bottom of this page on the right-hand side, there is a picture of a soldier dressed in the army uniform and he's raising a salute. Page number 194. Let us learn. Study the given words taken from the text. The words are disregard, inconsequential, immortal, undaunted. These words are made by adding word beginnings like dis, dis, in, I am, im, and un, to the root words regard, consequence, mortal, and daunt, respectively. Such word beginnings are called prefixes. Some of the examples are dis plus regard, disregard, in plus consequential, inconsequential, I am plus mortal, immortal, un plus daunted, undaunted. Activity 1. Match the prefixes with their meanings and the root words to create a new word in the table given. An example has been done for you. The example is prefix extra combined with the root word ordinary creates the new word extraordinary. In a similar fashion, note down the prefixes and the root words. Then create a new word. The prefixes are re, re, mal, mal, un, anti, anti, ex, x, and de, d. The root words are questionable, activate, define, functioning, service, and social. The meanings of some of the words are badly or wrongly, beyond or outside, opposed to or against, former, lacking or not, remove, and do again. Now, complete the paragraph by using the new words created in the table. Soldiers undergo extraordinary training to prepare for their challenging duties. The word that you had to provide here was extraordinary. Now, in the remaining sentences, you have to provide the new word that you have just created. They learn to dash explosives and handle dash equipment with precision. They stand as a powerful force against dash elements, displaying dash bravery. Dash members often share their experiences to inspire new recruits. Their service can continually dash the essence of commitment and sacrifice. Page number 195. Activity 2. Find words associated with brave by filling in the missing vowels in the boxes given. Now you will hear the consonants in the words and you have to provide the missing vowels. The first word is C dash dash R dash G dash. The next word is V dash L dash dash N T. After this, the next word is V dash L dash dash R. G dash L L dash N T. F dash dash R L dash S S. Dash N D dash dash N T dash D. D dash R dash N G. B dash L D. H dash R dash dash C. Now fill in the missing vowels in these words and you will have a list of words associated with brave. Activity 3. Fill in the blanks with the correct opposite words of brave from the box to complete the given sentences. The words in the box are fear, cowardly, timid, and afraid. The sentences are Ajay's dash refusal to stand up for his friend was disappointing to everyone. Sentence 2. The dash child hid behind his mother, too scared to meet the new teacher. Sentence 3. Anjali's dash of heights prevented her from climbing the tall ladder. Sentence 4. Sushma felt dash as she entered the dark, abandoned building alone. Activity 4. Read the given sentences from the text and divide them into two parts. An example has been done for you. The sentences are I aspire to be courageous like him when I join the army. They exchange letters and share their feelings of gratitude for the freedom they enjoy because of the sacrifices made by the Bravehearts of the country. Though seriously wounded in this encounter, he continued to fight alongside his comrades. The fourth and the last sentence is, the sacrifices of the soldiers make monuments like the National War Memorial extremely important so that we should never forget the cost of freedom. Now there are two boxes here. Now pay attention to the first sentence, which is, I aspire to be courageous like him when I join the army. The first part of the sentence is, I aspire to be courageous like him. And the second part is, when I join the army. It is clear that the sentence is divided into two parts. When the part of a sentence conveys complete meaning and is independent, it is called main clause. The part of the sentence which is dependent on the main clause to make complete sense is the subordinate clause. The words or phrases that connect the two parts of sentences, such as when, because, though, so that, convey a specific meaning, time, reason, contrast, purpose, respectively. Connecting words are called subordinating conjunctions. Page number 196. Activity 5. Combine the given pairs of sentences using suitable subordinating conjunctions given in the box. The subordinating conjunctions are because, unless, when, where, though. Sentence 1. Vasi burst into tears. He heard the good news. Sentence 2. Himani was very nervous. She delivered a great presentation. Sentence 3. This is the place. I was born. Sentence 4. The students performed very well. They studied diligently. Sentence 5. Water the plants. They will die. Activity 6. Complete the given sentences with suitable main clause or subordinate clause. Sentence 1. Farheen was late to work because dash. Sentence 2. The dog started barking when dash. Sentence 3. She completed the marathon although dash. Sentence 4. Dash while they were hiking in the mountains. Sentence 5. Abhishek received a promotion after dash. Sentence 6. Dash before the deadline approached. Sentence 7. We waited in the car until dash. The eighth and the last sentence is dash as the waves rushed to the shore. Let us listen. You will listen to a girl speak about why she wishes to join the armed forces when she grows up. As you listen, answer the questions given in 2-3 exact words you hear. Transcript for the teacher on page 223. Page number 197. Question 1. What type of job does Gunjan think the armed forces is? Question 2. What feature of the armed forces fills Gunjan with pride? Question 3. How does the disciplined life of the armed forces impact the body and mind according to Gunjan? Question 4. List any one aspect about a job in the armed forces that Gunjan feels helps someone grow. Question 5. State any two things that Gunjan feels life in the armed forces teaches. Let us speak. This is a thinking and speaking activity. Two children are imagining what they want to become when they grow up. Around them are different people doing various types of work. Each person represents a different profession or occupation. What you have to do is think about each one carefully. You and your partner will take turns to speak about them. For each job, talk about why would you like to do that work? What interests you about it? And what kind of learning or practice would help you achieve that goal? The jobs included are a carpenter who works with tools and wood, a teacher who helps students learn, a cricketer who plays matches for the country, a police officer who keeps everyone safe, a farmer who grows food for us, a doctor who treats people when they are unwell, an artist who uses creativity to express ideas, a chef who prepares tasty meals, and a dancer who performs using rhythm and movement. You and your partner will imagine yourself doing these jobs and share your dreams and reasons aloud. They will help you think about your future and express yourself confidently. Page number 198. You may use the prompts given. I would like to become dash because dash. For this I would have to first dash. I dream of working as a dash as this would involve dash. To become a dash has been a childhood dream. This is so because dash in order to become a dash I would have to. One day I hope to become dash. Then I would be able to dash. However, first I would need to dash. It would be great if I could work as a dash, as it would let me dash. For this, I would have to now provide the missing information here. Let us write. You have read about the sacrifices made by the armed forces during war. However, the armed forces also play a key role during peacetime. Write a letter to your friend sharing how the armed forces contribute their services during the times of natural calamities like floods, earthquakes, etc. Infrastructure development, building bridges in remote areas, etc., and for welfare initiatives, for example, medical camps, establishment of libraries, etc. Let us explore. Activity 1. Every branch of the armed forces has a motto. Read the mottos given. Indian Army. The motto of the Indian Army is Seva Parmo Dharma, which means service before self. Indian Air Force. The motto is Nabh Sparsham Deeptam. The meaning is touch the sky with glory. Indian Navy. The motto is Sham no Varuna. It means be auspicious unto us, O Varuna. Activity 2. India has many other forces that serve the nation. For example, Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF. Find out about such forces and discuss with the teacher. Activity 3. Create a collage capturing the lives and stories of people that inspire us. In groups of 4, prepare a collage on a chart paper on any such person and present it in the class. Activity 4. Many women have joined the armed forces and are serving the nation. Have a discussion in the class with examples.
Poorvi, you were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of English for Grade 7. Narration Neha Beniwal. Sound recordist Amarjeet Sarkar. Production assistant Soumya Malik. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.